the Northern Bahamas? You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. The Scouts Association is gearing up for a gala banquet to honor a man who has given dedicated service to that organization. The honoree has helped to mold countless young men, and next week, those he has helped will pause to say thanks. Jay Philippe has more.
The Scout Association of the Bahamas will be holding a banquet February 22nd at the Pelican Bay Hotel. At the banquet, Reginald Dean, District Commissioner of Scout Association, will be honored for many years of service.
I have great feelings for it, yes. I wasn't looking for any honor because I'm just wanting to try and save some of what we have, which is our boys. And not so much boys nowadays, girls as well, simply because a lot of them just went astray. And a lot of them don't have that character in which we as boys had back in the day. We may have some who still have it, but a lot of us fall to the wayside, and we just need help and guidance to just try to keep them.
The overall purpose of the banquet is to raise funds for the Grand Bahama District Association to help with yearly activities that would benefit the youth of the community. Dane says he's expecting a number of youth leaders to be in attendance.
This organization is something where young people can learn what the values of life will take them to. When you get into this organization and you are taught, and if you live the rules and the laws and the promises by this organization, you will live a good life on a daily basis if you live them day by day.
Dane has been actively involved with the Scout Association since 2011. He says the Grand Bahama Sea Scouts has served and will continue to play an important role in the lives of young men on the island.
My colleagues in Nassau, the President, John Freeport, Chief Scout Mr. Alex Gibson, Chief Commissioner Brian Christie, Training Commissioner Joseph Pickering, and also Mr. Robert Bartlett, also Training Commissioner Emeritus.
I'm Jay Philippe, ZNS Network News.
This Valentine's Day, a Grand Bahama woman is spreading love in a different way. As Shashina Rowe-Farquharson tells us, thanks to her generosity, some residents were treated to an early Valentine's surprise.
This week it's all about love, and from 5:30 this morning, one young lady was up in the kitchen preparing hearty burritos. What she planned to do today was give out these burritos to several unsuspecting Bahamians. She says it's all about giving love, service, and action.
I'm just spreading love by giving people a free meal today in the spirit of Valentine's Day.
Thank you.
You're welcome. God bless you.
She describes it as putting love in action. Shanae Strawn says giving back is her passion, and with her own funds and much of her time, she prepared a chicken and beef burritos for residents on Grand Bahama as an early Valentine's Day gift. She went through various communities and personally handed out her specially prepared burritos.
So basically the idea of Hearty Burritos is just an initiative to go out into the community and serve. I realize that so much people go without food, and that's something that, you know, I can contribute by just making these meals and just handing them out to the community. And in the essence of Valentine's Day being on Thursday, I just wanted to go out today and kind of spread love.
The response, she says, was overwhelming.
A lot of people were very grateful for the meals that they received, a lot of surprise, you know, and just a lot of gratitude.
Volunteer Patrika Pinder says she was excited to be a part of this venture. But hearing the story of one homeless man, John Gordon, opened her eyes to the reality that this meal could very well be the only meal some people will have today.
I think it's necessary because there are so many people on Grand Bahama who start their day without a single meal or without any money in their pocket to get a meal. So I love this initiative because it gives everyone a chance to at least have something in their hands, something in their stomach to get through the day. There are a lot of people, especially as a guy we interviewed today, we saw today, a homeless guy. He was so appreciative of what we given him. And to him say that that meal is his for the next few days, It really makes this initiative worthwhile.
Now, Shanae says the plan is to give out these hearty burritos once a month throughout the various communities on Grand Bahama. Shashina Rolf-Arkeson, ZNS Network News.
And on this Valentine's Day, we continue our Lasting in Love series. Tonight, we'll feature a couple who says when it comes to their relationship, it wasn't love at first sight, but they quickly developed a strong bond, and it has been a lasting love ever since. Shannon and Samantha Forbes met as teenagers around the age of 15. She says it was at a youth's meeting when he offered to walk her home. She says it wasn't exactly love at first sight, but Shannon would beg to differ.
I was not attracted to him. Like, he was just like a really nice person, right? And so, no, I seriously wasn't, right? But he wasn't like, on my time, you could tell me like a football player. I was sort of like basketball, all that sort of thing. But he was just always a good friend.
After some time apart, however, it became a different story.
I think it was just a divine connection, yeah. And so after that, we had a very brief courting, 6 months, and then we got engaged. And this is we got married in 2004, and we've been together ever since.
Shannon says that Samantha was not your average girl, and he couldn't approach her in an average way. He says he knew he wanted to be with her, and that the key to progressing to their marriage was a strong foundation of friendship.
So what I did was I became a friend. I was patient. I knew I wanted to be with her. At some point I knew that it may have happened as well as, So I found out in being a friend that I was to her that was what she needed most. And at the right time, things just happened, and I was just waiting in the bottom. So
let me tell you a funny story. Okay, let me tell you a funny story.
I'm not even put this on camera.
Let me tell you a funny story, okay? I actually was engaged to someone else. Someone else had proposed to me while I was in school, and they did it in a church service with in front of a lot of people. And he told me afterwards, that he was sitting in church during the time, and he was like, "Look at this dude proposing to my wife."
Yeah, I did that shit up. And I was like, this dude was crazy.
She says that her favorite thing about Shannon is his humor, while he loves that Samantha brings him complete comfort. Now, some 15 years and 2 children later, the couple say their faith in God played a major role in facing the challenges of life.
I think our desire to please the Lord more than anything else was what was most important. And so we knew whatever bump we came up against, we had to work it out, because quitting was never an option. It was never ever an option. I never ever once questioned if I made the wrong choice, because it was a lot of prayer and asking God if this was the right choice.
Anything that you face, I think anything that we face, the friendship that we built over the years, when there was no dating, it was just pure, it was just honest. The long drives at night, which would start from probably 10 and then 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, talking about nothing, but just driving and having fun. And I think we developed a bond for each other, and it was pure.
Now the couple shares some advice to those considering marriage. Samantha strongly recommends having a strong relationship with God.
Marriage is unconditional, and that's how it is. You are God's minister to that person in the earth, and you're saying, God, I am partnering with you to be with this person, to make your image in the earth known. And so that is a heavy responsibility that requires a lot of forgiveness. It requires faith. It requires perseverance. It requires long suffering. It requires you losing a lot of yourself, not in a bad way, because then what you gain is something so much more worth it.
And now it is time to ask the doctor.
This is Ask the Doctor. I'm Dr. Monique Pratt. Lawrence from Freeport inquired, "My wife has trouble falling asleep almost every night. What do you recommend for this?" Thanks for your question, Lawrence, and there are many others who have similar sleeping problems. Your wife has what we call insomnia. It is a sleep disorder where there is difficulty falling asleep and or staying asleep. Persons suffering from insomnia may also experience tiredness upon awakening, and if they wake up during the night, they have difficulty falling back asleep. Stress, certain medical conditions such as anxiety, depression, or sleep apnea, medications, caffeine, and nicotine can all have a negative effect on sleep. If left untreated, insomnia can pose serious health risks. Studies have shown that people with insomnia are found to miss work more often, have a higher risk of developing depression, and have overall poorer health. So here are some of my recommendations to prevent insomnia. Have a regular sleep schedule, avoid caffeinated beverages late in the evening, and avoid taking naps in the evening. If these simple changes don't help, and you or your partner are still experiencing sleep problems, please discuss your symptoms with your doctor. Natural sleep aids and prescribed medications for insomnia are available. I'm Dr. Monique Pratt, and this has been Ask the Doctor.
Buttons and Bows Kids Couture is located at the Bullets Plaza. We're right next door to Frank's Ice Cream, and we carry everything you need for a newborn up until the size 12, and we have really good name brands for really good prices. So we have Carter's, we have Gap. In terms of all of the types of products that we do carry, we have shirts, we have dresses, we have shoes, we have accessories for the little boys and girls. We have a baby shower gift registry where mothers-to-be can go ahead and select all of the gifts that they would like. We have a 2020 rewards program. You spend $20 or more, you get a stamp, and once you've gotten enough stamps on your card, then you can get 20% off. We are on Facebook. You can find us on under our name, of course, which would be Buttons and Bows Kids Couture. We're open from Monday to Thursday, 10 to 5:30, and Friday and Saturday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m.